Oh, there we go. There's my mic. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Spot Hidden. We are back here playing some more Call of Cthulhu, except this time I'm not London, but it's me, Hudson, back in the Keeper's chair. I'm so thankful to be back here playing with all these guys. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
There's a, looks like there was a little bit of an echo, but hey, we got it fixed. No, we got it fixed. We're all good now.
Okay.
Everybody looks beautiful. How's everybody
Yes.
been? It's been a second since I've been Keeper, so I might be a little rusty, but I think we got it now. So
not
yeah.
at all.
Have you
did
been
get
keeping
possessed
it
last
real?
week, so
I have been
that's
keeping it
understandable.
real. How about everybody else?
No.
No.
I've been. Oh no! Well, you all know what I've been.
Been really keeping
I'm
it,
alive.
man.
I'm alive.
There's
That's all
there's
I'm
an
saying.
announcement. There's an announcement, Huddy, we have to make regarding our
Oh,
friend Price Everett.
yes. Price, congratulations on passing the bar.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. I've been studying it for 26 years now, and
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
been it was a long journey. I do not plan on becoming a lawyer.
No. You're
But I
doing it
did
for
pass
fun,
it.
right?
Wait,
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
talking about like a cocktail bar.
No.
Oh,
The bar.
It just so
Okay.
happens, though,
Yep.
that you passed the bar on a very special day.
Yes.
it's your birthday, so we're gonna sing you "Happy Birthday" in Yemen.
And
All
yeah,
right, here we go.
In Arabic?
I don't know.
This is all for the audience. This is all a backstage joke that we're talking about, so don't even worry about it. But no,
But
we'll
it
sing.
is my birthday though. That is
Yes, it is.
Price, we will sing you "Happy Birthday." Ready on three. One,
here we go.
2, 3. Happy birthday
Happy birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
to you. Come on, London.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear
Price. That's all
Price.
you get for now. All right, we're
Happy
done.
Happy birthday to Bryce.
I feel God in this Twitch chat tonight,
And many more.
He was here. He was here.
similar to Chili's.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, and to
Or
the
Chester
chat,
taking
Will
it.
Amza, thank you. Yeah, I love
Yes.
my mural of the Battle of Hoth. One of my favorite scenes in Empire Strikes Back. But
Great.
yeah, so should we get to it? Because we're here not just for Price's birthday and not just for my mural, but we have to continue a story that London left off last time he was Keeper, and I must carry that story on. And Matt, since I'm Keeper, would you do the honor of giving us a retelling of what happened, just like you used to do in Octum Cthulhu?
I knew you were looking out for me, Huddy. Would you like the entire 6 or 7 episodes encapsulated, or just the last episode?
I would like the whole thing encapsulated into one, at least 2 to 3 minutes long.
Do I time you?
Sure.
You should time, because that's what we used to do.
Shit.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm stalling to let Trevor warm up here, or I'll warm up while he gets the timer ready.
Okay, ready.
London, what's your character's name again? I apologize.
Charleston Clay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Here we go. All right. We kick off with a whole bunch of dudes going into this office, right? There's Charleston Clay. He's sitting real cool like up against his desk there. He tells us he's got a mission for us. That mission is to go to this town. I've already forgotten the name of the town now, but it's a small town. It's like 2 hours out of Arkham. I think we're still in Massachusetts, probably. And they keep talking about this werewolf. And we're like, we don't know nothing about a werewolf. There's no way they even exist. And we met all of our characters. I'll get into that in a second. Well, actually, I'll get into it now. There's my character, Colt Reinhardt. He's a parapsychologist. What does that mean? You'll figure it out. There's, of course, Lou McGann. He's a baseball player. He's got it down. You know, he's got the bat. He likes the bat. And then there's, of course, James Coughlin. Is that correct? He's the reporter. He's got it down. He's taking notes. He's probably got a notepad. I don't know if he can actually write. There's Chester. We love Chester. Chester you've seen Fast and Furious, all 9 of them? He's better than all of that combined. But in
Family.
the 1930, specifically 1930, family. We then get to this town. There's this weird guy selling encyclopedias. We never saw him again. Don't know what happened to that guy. But we also went to the prison, and they're like, we got a werewolf. And it was just a dude acting like a furry. Don't know what that was about. But then we go and we meet his family, and his daughter gets pissed at Colt because Colt lost his train of thought. But that's okay because we ironed it out. And then some other things happen. We talked to the officer of the law. We talked to the diner people. We all got hash browns. Who got hash browns? I know Colt got hash browns. James got hash browns. Lou got hash browns. Nice. I think Chester got like a raw turkey breast and like a couple boiled eggs. Anyway, we do some chores. We help out around the house, and then one of them, the villagers, I mean, they're not villagers, townsfolk. As a younger lady tells us about the graveyard, but we were like, we don't need a graveyard. Let's go to the house where this guy just lost his mind. And the guy loses his mind was not the werewolf guy. It was the guy who's mad at the werewolf guy. Because keep in mind, the werewolf guy that they think is a werewolf they found a child's leg in his mouth. That's a detail I probably should have included, but that's okay. And then the other guy, Kurtz, Dr. Kurtz, who was formerly played by Hudson Hubbard, will continue to be played by Hudson Hubbard probably, found some like actual werewolf people out in the forest, right? Anyway, I'm sidetracking. We do the house. There's some clues, and then we get to the graveyard, and we meet Shaq. Sorry, we meet Tobias. He's a character, and we investigate his house. He's illegally brewing alcohol, but that's okay because we're cool with that. We're not narcs. And then he takes us out to the forest to meet a friend of his under a tree. He was an all right guy, but then unfortunately there was an accident. They both ended up passing away, and we all lived. But then Kurtz turned into like this weird guy, and he starts running off into the forest, probably naked. I don't recall entirely, and he's just running to town. That was 3 minutes.
Yep, that was 3 minutes.
That was perfect.
Good
That was
job, Matt.
perfect. And
I
we lost.
haven't done that in a minute, man.
I know. That was great. We lost 15 viewers, so it was perfect.
Good night.
Come on back next time. I'll do it again.
Yeah, they came in.
The fastest 3 minutes in sports.
It said Critical Role Raid. I don't know what that was all about.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
They are all gone now.
What's
But
that
yes.
guy, Matt Macker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Mark
right.
Macker.
Mark Macker. I'm sorry.
McAfee?
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
McAfee? Yeah.
But yes, that is
Mark
where we
Maron.
left off last time in our Call of Cthulhu campaign. Are we ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we should go for a break.
We probably should. The camera pans in on our group. 4 gentlemen exit a car in front of a large 2-story brick building. It's dark outside. Rain and thunder illuminate the air. A day has passed since what has transpired with Dr. Rick Kurtz. We have Colt Reinhardt, Lou McGann. We have James. And we have Trevor's character that I can't see his name. What is your name?
Chester Goodman.
Chester. It looked like Chris, and I was like, did you change it?
Soundboard.
Chester Goodman.
It made the
James
overlay.
Coughlin and Chester Goodman
Better call Chester.
exit a car. They told Charleston Clay that they would meet them at the Miskatonic University Museum. And in front of them is the building itself, the museum. As our 4 characters walk in the rainy, wet streets, up the flight of stairs that lead them into the building, they will notice that the large wooden doors of the museum are no longer there. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Looks like there used to be a door here.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe they had to be repaired or something, you know? Like, sometimes doors break, and then...
Yes, but Lou, typically they have tape or something to dictate that it is a construction zone.
Gentlemen, let's not ponder too much on this. Let's continue inside.
Okay,
Keeper,
but the door, I mean, probably
on,
broke
hang
in,
on.
right? Don't we think? He could have broke in through the door.
Someone who could rip doors off their hinges is probably waiting inside.
Keeper, is it Colt, James, Chester, and Lou? Is it just the
That is
4 of
correct.
us?
It is the 4 of you.
Wait, you said the doors were just gone, right?
Yeah, if you want to give me a spot hidden roll for the first roll of the night, I can give you a little bit more information. And yes, Matt, you were just the four that are there. You know, you're supposed to be meeting Charleston Clay, but you have not seen him yet.
Well, in the meantime, I went ahead and rolled a hard success for you with the spot hit 19 versus 67.
Excellent. The large wooden doors that used to be a part of this establishment, you notice that they have been completely destroyed. And these are very large, heavy pieces of wood. They aren't flimsy, they're not cheap wood, these were real pieces of wood, and they've been obliterated. And you see all the debris around, inside and outside of the building.
Well, gentlemen, there seem to be debris around. Sorry. Looks
Well.
like he ripped them right off the hinges.
Oh, do you think that's from the door? All this wood lying around.
What
Could
else?
be. I don't know. Maybe Chester, you might have been right though. I mean, if this somebody can rip up a door, he's probably farther inside by now than just standing in the middle of the entryway. You know, he probably just. But damn it, he ripped the whole door up. That's pretty bad.
And if this is who we're thinking he got here yesterday, we're very late. Scared to think of what he could have done in the last 24 hours.
I think it's two hours after. Oh, wait,
2
that's
hours?
wrong. Keeper?
Oh, no, it's been a whole day.
Yeah.
Because you've already
okay.
met back up with Charleston
right.
Clay, and you've moved on. He said that he was going to meet y'all there.
Okay.
But you do not
Can I,
see him yet.
Can I pick up a small piece of wood and like just toss it through the doorway into the into the building to see if anything happens?
Sure, yes. And as you pick up that wooden piece and toss it into this dark abyss, you notice inside the library, but the museum itself, there is no light at all. The only time you notice anything inside is when the flickering light of lightning strikes outside. If you
Does
want to give
anyone
me
have a
a intelligence roll, I can give you a little bit more information.
I'm liking these rolls.
Lou's gonna make an intelligence roll. Okay.
Yep.
Hard success intelligence, 17 to 80.
Okay.
James is smart as fuck.
With
failure.
that, James, you've and anybody else who's made a successful roll will know that this museum should be still open to the public, or at least have some sort of lighting. I take that back. It would not be open at this time of night, but there would be lighting in this front area where security guards would be. There is no lighting, so it is safe to say the power has been cut or destroyed, or there is no electricity somehow.
Bro, Pelicans can see you. Thanks for jumping in.
Does anyone have a torch?
Jamie.
Welcome, welcome,
mm.
Robo Pelican.
I don't believe I have any sort of flashlight or nothing of that matter.
Well, maybe we could try and fix some of the lights inside. That might help. I don't know. Any of y'all know how to fix a light?
No.
No. If I was
No.
smart enough to be an electrician, I wouldn't be a journalist.
Well, that's so negative. James, we'll have to talk about that.
I'd probably make more money as an electrician.
Definitely would have. Keeper,
It's
is there
not
anyone
about the
else?
money. It's about the passion. Lou?
I'm sure it is. I'm just saying. I got an uncle who's an electrician. Let me tell you, he has 2 farms.
Well, it would probably make a little bit. It'd make a little bit more money. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess, we could wait till daytime or wait for Charleston to get here before we go in. I don't know. I mean, he said he'd meet us here. I don't know if we should go in without him.
Seems like a waste of time.
We're already a day late versus when he got here. I don't want to waste any more time if we don't have to.
Well, I'll quit stalling. Keeper, is it walking in? Is it like dark?
As you walk in, yes, you notice that it is very dark, and the only time that you can see really your surroundings is when lightning strikes outside and illuminates through the large windows on the sides of the building. These are stained glass windows.
Okay.
If you want to give me a spot hidden roll, I can give you a little bit more information if you're entering the building.
Oh, well, you take an extreme success, Keeper. 3 versus 67.
I will take that. As
Okay,
you enter the building, Colt Reinhardt, you notice that there is a large crescent desk in the middle. You could assume that this is probably where a secretary or a greeter would sit, or possibly a security guard. Where you're standing, you see no one. To the right of it, to your right, you'll notice a plaque, a very large plaque, that shows a map of what is the museum. As you go up to this plaque, you will notice different floors and where different halls are in this building.
Okay. Well, let's in between jumps of lightning, I guess riding on an extreme success there, can we find ourselves at that crescent desk looking for any sort of flashlight or torch, as some might call it?
Sure, if you want to
lighting
give
device?
me... Yeah. If you want to give me a spot hidden or a listen roll, I can give you some more information.
Does anyone know how to make a torch from some of this broken wood?
I mean, you need something like pitch or something to make it stay on fire for a while. And then you'd also need, something to light the fire, like some flint.
I tried to listen and failed. I didn't want to roll another spot hidden. Uh-oh.
Would oil work?
Gentlemen, can you come help me look here? We have a crescent desk.
I mean, anybody got any flint? We gotta make a spark,
Right.
Can't you like rub 2 pieces of wood together? Or is that just in the books?
I mean, you can, but that's gonna take like 30 minutes.
I apologize, Lou. I left my flint reserves at home.
I do that sometimes.
Don't we all smoke? It is the 1930s.
No, I chew tobacco.
Colt, with that failure at listening, you're still looking around as you try to search for a flashlight or a torch, a flamethrower, whatever it is to illuminate your surroundings. But because it is so dark in here, you don't see anything. And as you go behind the desk, you're tripping over things, and you continue to look, but nothing. The rest of our party, are we all inside, or are we still outside?
I think
I'm
Lou
still
went
outside.
inside. Yeah.
I'm inside as well.
Okay.
Oh, we're inside? I thought we were still hanging out outside while Colt just fucked off trying to look for a flashlight. Okay.
If the three of you would like to give me a listen or a spot hidden roll,
Listen or spot hidden? Okay.
Yeah, I'll accept a regular success.
Failure.
Oh, there we go. Extreme success by Chester.
I was like a hawk.
Excellent.
Do it.
Yeah.
What do I see? Everything?
Well, as you walk in, Chester, you will notice with the flash of some lightning from outside through this very beautiful, ornate stained glass window, you notice on the other side of where Matt is standing behind this desk, you see legs sticking out. And as you walk closer, you hear kind of a short breath pattern. And you hear, "Help! Help!"
Gentlemen, over here! Come quick!
As
Okay,
you get,
I go to Chester.
as you get closer, and Colt, you would notice this as you swing around, as you have tripped over this body. That's what you were tripping over while you were back behind this desk.
Oh, great heavens! There's a man here!
And as you look at this body, you notice that there is a very large hole in this man's chest area,
I'll give him a couple slaps and. What happened, man? Tell us.
He 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 came from the shadows.
Where did he go?
And with that, his last dying words is what he bestows upon you.
He came from the shadows.
And James, you're standing. Are you watching this unfold?
Yeah.
As you're watching this, seeing Chester and Colt kneeled next to this man, you see Lou standing mighty above them. You, right over the shoulder of Lou, you feel a hand touch your shoulder coming from the corner of the room, from the shadows. London, if you would, please describe who is emerging from these shadows.
You're muted in Zoom.
I'm just
Do it,
talking.
do it.
You thought I was on a phone call or something. Cool.
Yeah.
So you see someone that you would know as Charleston Clay. He is a tall, dark, and handsome man who wears this long trench coat. He has a fedora on the top of his head, a hat on top of his head. He has this necktie that's very loose around his neck. The top button of the white shirt is open. Everything is sort of wrinkled, not from lack of care, but just from action, I would say. His eyes are intense. His look is attentive, and he looks at you. I see you finally made it.
Jesus, you scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, he likes to do that.
Just coming out of the closet, don't even announce yourself.
You must
It's
stay
nice
on
to
your
see you.
toes.
It's nice to see you
as well.
Yes, but well, we have a lot to catch you up on, but I'm not quite sure if this is the time nor the place. It seems like they have found something over by the desk. Want to go check it out?
Let's do it. So I'm going to go over there to the desk and see what's there.
Dad.
Good God.
There's no bringing him back from this. It's good to see you, Clay.
Good to see you too. We must discern what did this. Where did they go?
I
Yeah.
don't know, boss man.
All he said was something about the shadows that whoever he is, well, there's only one he, it could have been.
And
To update you, Dr. Kurtz, you might recall, as we caught up previously, he's taken off, and there's only one person it could be. So he has to be somewhere here. There's a map here, but I can't quite make anything out.
Can
Did
I
you
take a
go
look at?
for-
Can I take a look at it and see if I can discern anything from it?
yes, if you want to give me a library use.
Let's do it. That is a success. 22 versus 40.
Excellent. So yes, as you see the map of this building, you will notice that you're on the first floor level. There is a second story level right above you that houses artwork. The level that you're on right now, the first floor, houses the main kind of artifacts and other exhibition items. And then there is a basement floor that houses all the items that are not on the showcase level.
Now, everyone.
And real quick, sorry, London. Just one more thing. You do all know that that Dr. Rick Kurtz was heading this way, and it's safe to assume that this is where he was going.
Can I take a closer look at the body?
You may.
And also, yeah.
And there's no roll required for that. What are you looking for?
Well,
Lou
I noticed you
and
said there was a
Trump?
hole in the chest area. Is it what part of the chest? And is there like anything? Is there anything on him of interest?
Well, if you want to give me Well, I'll tell you this. I won't make you give me a roll, but
Okay.
the chest is in the hole is in the upper chest portion.
Okay.
It missed the heart, but he did bleed out from his wounds. It was almost like, in the area where, in Temple of Doom, he pulls out the heart, but instead of pulling it out, it just punches it out, but the heart's still intact for some reason.
Okay. Keeper, before you continue, can I save him?
He's already passed away.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm the keeper.
Damn. Yeah.
I did fail the
Well,
first
how
aid
do
roll.
you know? Are you a
I
surgeon?
did fail the first aid roll, so it makes sense. It
Are
lines
you
up.
a doctor?
I'd like to cast Spare the Dying. It's a level 2 cleric spell.
What
There
do
are
you-
no clerics in Dragonlance.
Uh,
I almost said Cassius Clay. Charleston Clay is going to ask. So, tell me about his demeanor. What did he say? Did he say anything that it could lead us to where he might be, to what he might find interesting in this place? If
He
he's
wasn't
here,
speaking English.
Yeah.
What was he?
spoke
What was he?
some-
I don't know, but it sounded, I don't know, old.
Oh,
It was no language I've ever heard before.
Pretty sure it wasn't Spanish.
I'm also relatively decently maybe sure it's not Spanish.
may I try to recall, based on my previous interactions with Kurtz, what his field of study was, if he had a specific one?
Sure. If you want to give me a history or a intelligence roll, I will let you know.
Let's do.
Can we also roll that?
Sure.
History or intelligence?
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard success on history.
Excellent.
22 to 65.
So with
90
that,
versus 80.
and you're trying to recall what Dr. Kurtz's field of expertise was,
Right.
and
Yes.
his past dealings possibly with this museum.
Yeah, any
Well, not-
clues?
Yeah, just like what he might be interested in this place.
Okay.
But I wouldn't know, but that's what I was asking.
As you recall, Dr. Rick Kurtz was a man of archaeology. He was a professor that worked at Cambridge. You do remember he was originally from Oklahoma. You do recall that he, with that hard success, I will give you this. You do recall that he did mention a item that he had found in Egypt and brought back.
Mm. Do you tell me that?
Yeah. Is the map you looked at, is it sorted by like country or region or anything, or does it just say artifacts?
It's so the main floor where most of the artifacts, the items that are not of kind of artwork, even though you could probably describe many artifacts as artwork, but the items in the first floor are not split up by regions. They're just split up in different showcases, and the main showcase for right now on this floor is Egypt. So there's a presentation in this museum of ancient Egypt and the Egyptian history.
Gentlemen, did Rick Kurtz throw himself in with that book that he was carrying?
I believe
Look.
he did.
Yeah.
I can't recall.
Well, I remember Tim telling me he didn't even find any none of them dinosaurs, but I don't think that, he didn't find any of them dinosaurs, but he said he did other kinds of stuff, tombs and stuff.
Well, if we can find a light, we can go investigate some of these exhibits.
If you all could join me over here at this desk, I'm looking for something. Flashlight, something.
Clay, did you bring a lighter by chance?
I always have a lighter. I flick it out. Here you go.
Can we create some makeshift torches with all this extra wood laying around?
Or before that, look for a flashlight around the desk with the light.
It's way less cool, but fine.
I mean, we'll see what we find. Keeper.
I also have a torch.
What?
Torch. He pulls out a flashlight.
Oh yeah.
Charleston Clay just pulls a torch out of his pocket.
Lit torch out of
Already
his jacket
lit.
pocket.
Yes, already.
Y'all never played
Back in
Minecraft?
olden times.
Meanwhile-
it's called a torch.
Talk about hot crotch.
Yeah, his crotch is on fire. Literally.
But yes, Charleston Clay pulls out a flashlight.
That'll certainly help. Okay. I'd say maybe 3 first floor, 2 second floor. What do we think? All at once?
Split up.
This man killed someone by putting a hole in their chest and knocked some wood doors off of the hinges. I'm not sure if spreading out is the best option for us, safety-wise.
Okay.
Does everybody have a gun?
Yes.
Yes, but I'm honestly not quite sure how effective firearms will be against this man. We haven't tried shooting him, but we've seen his strength, Lou and I, and he wasn't human.
I've got my 22.
I wouldn't rely on firearms as if he was a normal human. I would be extra careful. Lou, do you disagree?
Man, he was able to pick me up with one hand and throw me down pretty hard. So I don't know how good guns are gonna do, but I guess aim for the head, I have my 38 and my bat.
Oh, we don't need to kill the man.
Well, he might try to kill you.
I never said killing him. Perhaps just slowing him down. But of course, the first course of action should be finding some alternative way, of course, as you mentioned. But the gun can't hurt us.
All right. All together now. What's the first room?
Keeper?
So the first room, of course, is going to be where the main object items of antiquities from ancient Egypt are housed and on our own showcase here at this museum. Second floor is going to be artwork, different varieties of artwork showcasing and from ancient Egypt.
Okay. I'm not certain why a demented, strong. Well. What's the term? When a ghost takes your body.
Possession.
Thank you. I'm not certain
Possessed.
a possessed body would have any interest in artwork. So, first floor.
Keeper, can I look around and see if any of the, I'm assuming it's a bunch of like glass cases containing the art, but do them look broken into or anything?
Shining that flashlight around.
If you want to,
Torch.
I'll give you this without a roll. As you are looking around, as y'all are using the flashlight, there's many things in different cases, but you notice at the center of the room, it's not very difficult to see, but at the center of the room, there is a glass case. As who has the flashlight? Charleston, do you have a flashlight?
Yes.
As you bring this flashlight up to the case, you read this inscription or text on the label in front. And you'll notice that it says, "The Diamond of the Lost Sea." And as you look into this case, you're trying to see where the diamond is. And with a crack of lightning outside shining through the large ornate window, you notice that the case is empty. And it does not look like it's been tampered with.
What you got there, Charleston?
It doesn't look like it's been tampered with, or like. I don't know.
It does not look like it's been broken, tampered with, or anything. There's nothing in it.
But it is labeled.
But it is labeled.
You said he opened up a portal. You think he did that to get this thing out?
That's been an awfully small portal.
I wouldn't put it past him though. We've only seen him use it once in person. We don't really know the breadth of his powers, as silly as that seems to say.
Well, then let's not assume the worst. Museums display empty cases all the time. They have to refurbish or move objects.
Why would you refurbish an object that's the showcase of your entire exhibit?
I don't know what they're doing, but we're here after hours, James.
Do we know we could, well, if he was a professor of all this stuff and he was here at the college, wouldn't he he'd probably have an office somewhere in here. Maybe we could check his office, see if he's got anything about this, jewel of the gone sea or whatever.
Okay. Who has the map?
Clay?
Do I have the map?
Well, the map will always be present in the front entrance, the front hall of the museum, unless one of you wants to pick it up. It does weigh around 5-6 pounds, so it may weigh you down a little bit, but nothing you can't just drop, to unload yourself if you need to get into combat or use your decks.
And
I'll
if
take
you
it.
were to break it out of the case it's in to just have the paper?
I think he said it was a plaque of some kind.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is it
a
a plaque
plaque.
map?
Yeah.
I'll just grab it. I'll take it. Yeah.
So as Lou goes out to the front, he goes up, and please describe, Lou, how you pick this item up and begin to walk with it.
Well, I think Lou takes his right hand and puts it on the top right corner. He takes his left hand and puts it on the bottom right corner and tries to tilt it left and right to try to see how it would come off the wall. And once he gets it off the wall, he just kind of holds it behind his head like that and just kind of walks back with it. And then he puts it on top of not too hard, but he puts it on top of one of the glass cases so everybody can see it. Unfortunately, however, he did stub his toe on the way back in.
And okay, and as you stub that toe, I will say that with that, you were a little bit angry. It's safe to say that, right? Because
Yeah.
you stubbed your toe. With that, can you give me a strength roll, please?
I can absolutely do that. That's a success. That's a 53 versus an 80.
With that strength roll, as you bring that tablet down onto this glass case, you shatter the glass case.
Well, that's my bad. I'm just gonna put this on the floor. I just put it on the floor.
And this was
sticky
not
nose right here?
this was not the glass case that would have housed the diamond of the
Yeah.
Lost Sea.
What was it? What was in the case that I broke?
If you want to give me a spot hidden roll, I can give you
Sure.
that information. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love to give spot hidden rolls.
Yeah. Hard success. 6 versus 29.
Oh shit! Okay. Mark
Excellent.
that.
It was a hard success. That is perfect. Perfect. As you move the tablet down, you look and you noticed that in front of you is a bronze sword, a very ancient and old sword, a scimitar. With that hard success, also, you will read the scripture in front of it. And the text says that this scimitar is an ancient Magi weapon. It comes from the days of Ramlatep.
Ooh, God.
Interesting. What do I know about Ramlatep?
If Charleston Clay, if you would like to give me a history or an occult roll, I can give you more.
Ooh, okay, let's do history. Failure. 49 versus 25.
Charleston, as you stand there and you listen to what Lou is kind of muttering as he reads this text, you hear
Ram.
Ramlatep
Can I join in?
Romletep. Y'all ever heard of Romleta?
I believe I have. For all the 12 versus 50 history success.
Nice.
Hard success.
This guy's name was Romleta.
Romletep is the correct pronunciation there.
Oh.
Colt, because of your dealings with the occult and the mythos, you have heard Romletep before. You don't know the full history and context of Romletep, but you do remember that he was a king, an ancient pharaoh of Egypt, dating back to possibly the beginning of the founding of Egypt and its kingdom.
Okay, I'll explain this to them.
So you think I should take this or not?
Well, it certainly beats bat, I'd imagine.
Does it beat a bat? Because you can beat a lot of things.
Well,
with a bat.
I don't mean any offense by it, but a sword is a sword. It was meant for more than just games.
Yeah, that's true, but also the one guy who used to touch a lot of Egypt stuff's now possessed by something, so I don't know if I want to be touching a bunch of Egypt stuff.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah,
But I also kind of want to touch it because it's pretty cool.
Then touch it. You only have one life to live.
You would look very cool swinging a sword there, Lou.
You would. I will agree.
Okay, I want to pick up the sword.
Lou, as you pick up this sword, nothing happens.
Oh,
Suspense.
I know. But you do notice that there is wonderful hieroglyphic scriptures across the blade of it. If you wish to understand what this scripture is, I would take a hard success on Egyptian language, but I highly doubt anybody here has it.
yeah, I don't have that.
Chester comes out. I have it.
I'm rolling negative,
Yeah, let me
negative
just.
25.
Turns out my
Let me get
granddaddy's from ancient Egypt. That's pretty crazy.
But yes, you do have
One
this.
of my uncles went on down to ancient Egypt. They came on back now.
But you do have this ancient bronze sword that you can keep, or you can put back in the broken case.
What's the fun thing to do versus what's the smart thing to do? I'm gonna keep it with me. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay, I would say that's the fun thing.
That's the
to
fun
do.
thing
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
If I found a sword in a museum and I just could take it, I would take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
That's well established over 3-4 despite hidden commands.
This is why I've been
So,
kicked
yeah,
out
it's-
many museums before. So
Yeah.
Oh, update your combat.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah, I'll keep it. I guess I need to put that in there. Huh?
upgrade.
upgrade.
I once tried to put together the rocket that they have in the Huntsville Space and Rocket Museum, and they said I can't do that because they don't want to go to the moon anymore.
So would that be
There's just rocks
anymore.
up there.
I guess we'll do that as brawl, right?
Assuming they went the first time.
Yeah. Just for
This is
right
one of those to
now, putting in as brawl. The sword is going to give you 1d6 plus 4 damage, or 1d6 plus 4.
Okay. And I want
If
to look
y'all
at
could steal
Chester.
anything from the Smithsonian, what would it be?
The T-Rex bone.
Which
The SR-71 Blackbird.
They
Ben Franklin's penis.
got that.
Smithsonian.
And I
missed
wanna-
that.
I
look
missed
away.
that exhibit. Yeah.
I want to look at Chester, and I want to say, you seem like a sword kind of guy.
I'm not sure.
I hand him the sword, but I say, now if I ask for it back though, I get it back because that's legally mine because I took it.
It's true.
I'm grasping it with both hands.
But I got my bat.
Thank you.
It was a strange way to say you're holding a sword.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly
Okay, now I
grasp
gotta
it.
update my combat.
1d6 plus 4, and that'll be your brawl. But yes, as you have passed this ancient sword onto Chester, you will notice that the blade is still sharp. So be very careful with it, or you may cut some fingers off.
Ooh.
But you are all still located on this first floor with many items around, many Egyptian items.
Can I look around and see if anything else has been disturbed in this place?
Yes, and as you move around Charleston Clay, as you take your flashlight and go between and through the different items on showcase in this museum, you will notice that there hasn't been much that's been disturbed. And as you move further back in this building, if you want to give me a spot hidden roll, I can tell you something else.
All right. 62 versus 70. Success.
As you move further back into the building, you do notice that there's a staircase that leads up to the second floor, and there's also a hall. As you peek down it and shine your flashlight, you notice a staircase that goes downwards. But in front of the staircase that goes up, you notice that there is footprints. A bloody track of footprints. Matt, why do you keep laughing? Did I say
I'm
something?
not laughing. I'm not laughing. I was about to sneeze, and I don't want to sneeze anymore. My face contorts.
His mustache causes.
Exactly.
episode.
Thank you. Yeah. Colt, I'm serious. Colt would like to assist Mr. Clay here with where he's headed. I'm right behind, following torch.
I'll also follow, I guess.
Yeah, me
Follow
too.
Well,
I'm behind
I'll go.
Colt.
Yes.
So you have found this bloody set of footprints that is directly in front of the staircase that is going up to the second floor.
Okay.
Going up to the second floor.
Just one pair of bloody footprints.
Yeah.
And so we're going up to the second floor, I'm sorry, correct?
Yeah.
Clay,
Well, if
Oh,
you
no,
want to
I
give
picked
me,
back up
all right. So
that
the
map
there's bloody footprints directly in front of the staircase. If you want to give me let's see, a track or navigate roll, we can try to figure out where those footprints are going or coming from too.
On it. Track or navigate?
I don't. Do I have track?
Will you take a 96 versus 10 failure?
If we were playing a different game, yes.
Okay. I'll take it as no.
Will you take a 1 versus 10? I'm just kidding. It's 96 versus 10.
If that
Well,
happened, we would
that's-
sing "Happy Birthday" to you.
I'm using my luck feat to re-roll the roll.
So failures all around so far on the track or navigate rolls. Anybody else? No. None.
Hard success. 4 versus
Lou,
10.
there we go. Lou, you look down
I
and
should try it.
Oh my gosh, Lou!
I grew up in
failure. Let's get some failures going in the chat. Where's the
I had to wipe
failures?
deer piss on me to
Get
get
some
go hunt
F's
them
in the
deer.
chat.
Wait a minute.
There we go. All right, so with that hard success, Lou, you are a man of baseball. You've been on the field most of your life. You have looked down and been face planted into the dirt and the sand of the baseball field, and you've seen the tracks of footprints. So as you look down, you know this what size shoe these are, and you could tell that this could possibly be Dr. Rick Kurtz's shoe size. You do recall that the man was around 5'8", 5'9". But you do notice that these footprints are coming from up the stairs in that direction.
Coming from upstairs, or
We're going upstairs.
They're coming from upstairs, so they're walking down the staircase.
Oh.
What size shoe does Kurtz wear? Exactly.
That's kind of rude to ask. I wouldn't ask that.
Yeah. Jesus, Michael.
Come on,
He's a
Mike.
10.
He's a 13 and a half.
Yeah.
5'8". That made him a piece.
He has
a big
clown
size.
shoes.
No insults.
He
Five-
sounds like a Kingdom Hearts character.
Sora! Well, guys, I think these might be his tracks, but they're going back downstairs, but this could lead us to his office, maybe. I mean,
An office. I think he set up an
didn't
office.
he taught here. Don't professors have offices and stuff like that?
Clay, you did say there was a basement here, did you not?
There is a basement.
Does it say how to get into the basement?
Whoa. One step at a time, gentlemen. If he's coming from upstairs, there has to be something, at the very least, missing that he might have taken. Maybe we can deduce, just like we have with the artifact.
Yeah, should we take a look at the artwork, gentlemen?
Unless we want to split up.
I still don't think splitting up is good for our safety.
Not at this moment.
He's too dangerous.
We'll stick together and use our various skills upstairs, and then we can possibly proceed to the basement.
To the
Wait.
office.
So maybe he teleported in up at the top part of the stairs, and then he blew the door open trying to get out, not trying to get in. You see what I'm saying?
I do, and I think you're wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah. No offense.
Oh no, I'm wrong all the time.
Okay, me too. Okay. Clay, if you could, please lead the way.
All right, this way. Clay's going to make his way carefully upstairs. Again, he has the torch. He has his hand on his gun as he slowly makes his way up there. Before he gets too far, I just want to kind of listen to see if there's any movement up there, or if we're alone.
Yeah, give me a
Or-
listen roll.
Okay. Fumble 99 versus 63. Terrible.
Yeah, shit.
As you walk
Yeah.
to the top of the second floor of this building, as you're shining the light around, listening for anything, any footsteps, any breathing, you don't hear anything. But as you turn to your left and begin to walk down that portion of the hall, you do begin to shine your flashlight on the wall, and you see decorative, beautiful, ornate, and very stylized art pieces for and from ancient Egypt.
Can we see what, if anything's been disturbed, or where he probably went and looked? If anything's out of place?
Sure. And are you still following these tracks at all?
They led up here, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
As you are shining your light on the wall, and throwing it down to the floor as you continue to pursue these tracks, you do stumble upon what's left of the other security guard.
Ooh.
This security guard's body is no longer with a head.
Shield your eyes, gentlemen. We have another body.
Oof.
Does he have any? Does he have any keys on him?
Here. Search it.
Ugh.
I'd like to search the body.
I'll take a spot hidden roll, please.
Failure.
I'm not touching that thing.
James, as you are trying to look at this body, would it be safe to say that perhaps seeing what is in front of you has made you a little bit disturbed and possibly sick to your stomach, and you were unable to continue looking through?
Yeah, I'd say that. Like, I've seen, I've been in different violent zones, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone beheaded before. So it's a different, new type of grotesque.
Right. And real quick, before Ian jumps in the chat and gets me on it, I need sanity rolls from everybody.
There it is.
And a little bit of housekeeping from our last episode. If you took damage in health, you have regained your health points back. So
Oh, good.
Cool. Just in the last session or total?
just in total, you get all the health back that you have.
Hard success, sanity.
Fuck. Failure on sanity. 89
Failure.
versus 46.
Also a failure.
Do I get
55
sanity
to
back
51.
because of the hard success?
Dang. All right. People who failed take 4 points of sanity loss. Everybody else takes 1 point.
Okay.
I am
All right.
almost at halfway.
If anybody else wishes to, and that's another thing. You can go ahead and regain most of your sanity back, or regain all your sanity back. Also from our last session, and just deduct 4 points from that, or 1 point.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Since this is technically part
That's-
2 or season 2, whatever you would like to call it.
I was about to say, that's pretty generous.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're probably gonna need it. So.
Oh,
Must have been a very calming car ride here.
listen to some jazz.
Well, as you
No one
recall,
said a word.
this-
It's just a very quiet jazz session.
even though you have dealt with the occult and the mythos before, you have seen things, it still disturbs you in a way. And sometimes a good night rest, a couple of hours of just clearing your mind can
Therapy?
get you through it. Therapy, yes. Talking to one another, having a drink, playing some cards, playing a game of Gwent, playing Magic the Gathering.
Colt loves
Spot
Gwent.
Hidden is brought to you by Magic. No, I'm kidding.
I wish.
Oh, man.
But hey, Trevor, speaking of, that's a great segue. As we're taking a break and everybody's fixing their stuff, we are not sponsored by Magic the Gathering or anything, but hey, I do want to shout out who we do love and who we do. We are sponsored, correct, London?
They share our stuff.
They share our stuff. Hey, and we take it.
Yeah.
We love you, Chaosium. And if you want to play Call of Cthulhu, head over to Chaosium.com or ChaosiumInc.com and grab your starter set or your rule book of Call of Cthulhu. If you want to play any of what we've played the past 2 years, that is what we've been using, the Call of Cthulhu rule book. I have a PDF copy. I know London has a hardbook copy, so I can't really show you, but we have shown it in the past. London has it somewhere. But yes, we love you guys, and thank you so much for the support. But yes, back to it. So everybody has either lost 4 points of sanity or 1 point of sanity after seeing this body. You are on the second floor. This is where all the artwork pieces are.
Colt's trying to beeline it for an office. Maybe not beeline it, but he's searching specifically for that.
You're searching for an office on the second floor?
Sure.
I'll stick with Colt.
Okay. If you want to give me a hard success, I can give you some information. Oh, a hard success on a spot hidden. There we go.
Oh, I already knew. Here
just
we go.
just a generous hard
Oh.
success. Yeah.
Okay, well, how about an 84 versus 67 failure?
Failure. No, I wish I could, but no, I cannot take that.
Hmm.
Are we still following the blood trail, or are we just looking at the offices?
At this point, I can tell you this, you do notice that the blood trail is leading from that body.
So we need to go beyond the body. Just oh god.
Well, it starts at the body and it heads back downstairs. So you followed the tracks up, but it was
To the
coming
body.
down. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's the body's blood that covered the shoes.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I guess we're looking at artwork if we can't find an office.
I imagine
Right.
me and Charleston Clay are both like vomiting in our mouths a little bit over off the side. Since you failed.
It just hurts me deeply. I don't show any sort of external signs that you can tell. You know what I'm bothered. Chester, more than anybody, I would say.
Ooh,
You okay?
fine. I'm fine.
So am I. He fights back a single tear.
Do it.
We must proceed.
I mean, what do you make of all this, boss man? I mean, I'm sure you haven't seen anything quite like this in all your detectiving days, huh?
Oh, I have. But
Oh.
every situation is different. Kurtz, he's a loose cannon. Especially if there's something controlling him, something ancient inside of him, if it even is him. So, are you concluding that this was done with a weapon or without? What do you think?
Can I look at the body and see if it looks like a cut or if it looks like it was yanked off? That sounds really gross, but are you able to tell that from looking at the body if it was like pulled off or if it was cut off?
Yeah, if you want to give me a medicine roll, I can tell you
shit.
that. Yeah.
I have a 1 in medicine.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Send it.
failure. 93 versus a 1. You
That
take
was very close.
Close.
No, you cannot tell whether or not the head was either yanked or it exploded or if it rolled off or was kicked off. You have no idea. You just know that there is a decapitated body and you have no idea where the head is.
However, Colt knows nothing. 67-41 failure. God dang it.
Damn.
You also gained the same information Lou just gained.
So we can't tell what took it off. We just know that there's no head.
That is correct.
Where's your head at? Where's your head at? Okay. What do we see with this artwork?
Well, with the artwork, you're seeing a lot of beautiful pieces. There are pieces that have been constructed and painted by different older artists who are now deceased. But there are also pieces that do derive from ancient Egypt, from the eras of Cleopatra. But if you want to give me a spot hidden roll, I can give you one more bit of information.
43-67 success.
As you continue down the hall on the second floor, on the other side, closer to the steps, you do notice that there is a very large piece on the wall. This piece is a very large tablet. On that tablet is ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. As you disappear into your library.
Sorry. Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics on this tablet. And I do not have the Egyptian language as a skill. There's no chance of me figuring that out.
If you want to give me a library use or a history roll.
Done. Library use on its way. 8360. Failure. You're welcome.
Perhaps maybe it's because it's too dark over there. You're unable to see as the lightning is crashing through, brighting the hallway. You do gather a glimpse in front of you of some words, but you are still unable to make it out on the plaque that is in front of the tablet. So perhaps if there was some extra light over there, perhaps you could read this.
Yes, gentlemen, it's not brighting enough in here. We need shine that torch over this way.
What's that, Colt?
It's a tablet.
As you bring the flashlight over Charleston, you shine it on the tablet first, showing this very big piece of artwork and sculpture. You can tell that it had been removed, perhaps from a temple or pyramid. It was some part of a architecture piece from Egypt. As you shine the light down to the text that is written in front, you'll find the history that is within this tablet. This piece says, thousands of years before the creation of Rome, ancient Egypt flourished underneath the desert sun. The great pharaoh king Ramlatep enriched the young kingdom of Egypt. With his might and power, he carved the foundations for what would become an empire. After destroying his last enemies in the south, Ramlatep found a diamond that was the color of blood. The diamond gave Ramlatep a dark power that consumed him into madness. He turned his empire into darkness that sole purpose was to consume the world. But there were few who defied him. The last of the Magi gathered their strength and marched on the temple of Ramlatep, where a battle of good and evil ensued. In the end, the leader of the Magi, with his dying breath, struck down Ramlatep. The body of the Dark Pharaoh was buried deep into his own temple. What was left of the Magi swore their lives to protecting the temple so the darkness could never see the light again. And that is what
Hey.
you gain from this text.
Hey, Chester, anything on that sword? Match anything that's on that tablet? Any of the symbols?
I look. Do I roll for that keeper or?
I would need if you're trying to figure out the text on the sword, I would need a hard success on Egyptian language.
No, I'm trying to match up the characters. If there's any characters that are similar, or is this all English? That's on the tablet.
On the text in front of the tablet, the text is
Inscribed or translated.
Translating. There we go.
I'm trying to see if the sword.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Symbols.
Are there symbols that match with it?
Right.
Let me see real quick just to make sure. Where'd you go?
Sword just says pee pee poo poo.
You will notice that there are two symbols on the sword that match up with two of the symbols on the tablet.
Look here. Two
Well,
symbols
some-
match up.
I mean, some word on there is the same as some word on here. I don't think we can figure out which one it is, but no, Alexa, I don't want to do anything. Shut up.
Keeper, I'm gonna try to look at the translated text and see if I could identify where that one symbol is compared to the translation, and then identify if I can, make out generally those two symbols.
Sure.
Hey, James, can you write those two symbols in your notebook?
Of course, they've already been written.
Oh, well. I should have expected that because you write a lot.
I'm a professional.
Is that drawing or is that writing if you're doing hieroglyphics?
Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Huh.
Depends on the context,
Mm,
but that's just conjecture.
right.
But if you have to draw a bird, and that bird means something, are you then writing that bird? Are you still drawing that bird?
Well, they
Let's
say
talk about
that,
this for an hour.
they say that a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Mm.
But what about the bush? No one ever thinks about the bush.
How do you
Welcome to
kill
Spot
two
Hidden,
birds with
where
one
we are
stone? Do you just
pro Bush.
The noun, not the person.
Unless it's Barbara.
There you go.
No. But if you were to kill two
y'all stay
birds
off
with
her.
one stone, does that mean you picked up the stone after you killed the first bird and then killed the second bird with a second throw, or is it
of course not.
at the same
just-
time with one throw? Because that seems
It's-
pretty possible.
It's a big stone.
Okay, so more like a rock, like two birds with one rock.
Well, synonymous.
Okay.
Just gotta have a good throwing arm.
I have a
Like
good
for
throwing
instance,
arm.
you could take out two birds. I don't know if I could take out two birds.
I could
with a
probably
single
do that.
stone.
What about languages that use characters?
Oh no.
Not Chester.
I'm kidding.
And look what you've done, Chester. You've moved yourself.
Look, for the
Oh, did
Price
I
surrounding-
really
Oh.
mess everything up?
You can drag us
no, I
ar-
didn't mean to
wait,
mess it up.
drag us around in Zoom, Keeper.
Sorry.
Hello,
I was
everybody. I'm
trying
Matt
to do a bit.
Stevenson.
Don't worry about that. Okay, let's see.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
let's
London
see.
Carlisle.
I was doing a
You can
bit.
drag us around in
Sorry.
Zoom.
Oh, yeah,
Everybody,
Zoom, and
everybody,
it'll be
talk
easier,
amongst yourselves as I move.
Hudson, listen to
Oh,
my
Hudson-
words.
Hudson.
What?
No, Hudson, do it in Zoom. It'll be easier. You don't have to.
You can move people
Oh.
in Zoom.
I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, man.
You have to
Yeah,
walk
put me
me
back.
through it. Hold on real quick.
20-second dimension.
Let
Can
me.
you let me
Yeah.
and London switch places so I can play Clay?
Oh, that'd be great.
I want to see it.
All right, I've
Here's
never
the
done
new
this.
Lou.
Walk me through how I do it in Zoom.
Okay, look at my
drag.
face in Zoom.
Uh-huh.
Click it and drag that bitch.
I want to be James.
Yeah, let me be a Lou.
Yeah, you can be Luke.
How do I do I need to go shave my head real quick?
Oh, I'm James. I carry a notebook. Sorry, that's terrible impression.
All right.
Okay. Oh, yes, I like. Okay, nope. Here we go.
Watch your mouth here.
Okay, I am. Hey, I like to eat raw eggs with the gloves on. Okay, nope. Oh, here we go. Ah, damn it. Okay, I was about to get to be Lou.
There we go.
Y'all.
We got
I'm
one
Matt.
down.
Hey.
What's going on, everybody?
How did I do?
Uh oh, maybe this doesn't work. I think we were wrong.
No, it does. You just gotta.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining us.
Really,
Um,
what's happening is the Pharaoh has attacked us.
Yeah, this is like unfriended. Blue?
Yeah.
Y'all got any fucking cheese?
I just love the part in Unfriended where the dude sticks his hand into the garbage disposal and it's like, yeah, that'll be fine.
Hey guys, get this on camera real quick. Let me tilt my laptop camera so you can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. Also, the name too being Unfriended is just classic.
Voodoo. Yeah, this is
Blue?
great. This is a good time.
I feel bad.
Oh,
Oh.
you're
Trying to
good.
do a bit
You're good.
and I messed everything up.
This is just.
This is what happens when the group doesn't have Chester. It's that integral.
Oh man.
Look at my brother below me.
We're almost there. Hudson, we're almost there.
You guys look so much alike. Although London, you're a little paler than Michael.
A little.
No, look
little
at
bit.
dude. London just grew a goatee for this.
Yeah, I couldn't do the full beard.
I dig it. I dig it.
London, could you grow a beard?
No.
Like if you just like don't shave for like a year.
Just this.
He can do it. He doesn't believe, but he can do it.
You think so?
You get some castor oil on that bad boy. He can do it.
I think
Why would
she
you
always
want to
go
hide them
mustache.
cheekbones, though?
That's true too.
I should try.
Matt, are you sharing your screen?
No.
Then what in the world?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, I
that's,
see.
That's you. Hudson.
I see.
Hey!
We
Yeah.
got him. There we
We
go.
We're back,
did it.
baby.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Now we're
Good, I
back.
killed-
We're back in
killed
action.
10 minutes.
Everybody talk real quick. Let me make sure
Yep.
the
All right, boys.
the green line of death is okay. All right. Cool.
I'm Lou.
All right.
I'm done.
Amadeo.
Perfect.
Amadeo.
So as you read this scripture, and you gain this knowledge, and as you look at this sword, and you're wondering, is there anything I can see on this tablet that matches up with this sword? You do notice two symbols on the sword that do match up. And Matt, you were going to try to figure out, or Colt, you were going to try to figure out if there was anything on the tablet, or where they matched up on the tablet and the sword, correct?
With the translation in mind, like see what words connect. Yeah.
I won't make you do a roll for this because it's pretty easy. In the end, very bottom of the hieroglyphic tablet, you will notice a kind of dug out portion in the tablet. A lot of this has been etched in, carefully, but there's a very large, kind of dark black hole that is there, and there's a few other spots where it is mentioned. And there is also a sun, picture of a sun on the tablet that matches up with the sword also. And that is all I can give you.
I'll point it out. Okay. So we have a tail on a tablet, a map, and a sword. Any ideas?
Well, it said he got killed by them Medji people,
Hmm.
and the Medji, it said the sword was a Medji sword. So maybe sword means Medji.
Perhaps. Hmm.
Am I pronouncing that right? Medji?
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Is he pronouncing it right?
I have no idea.
Is that an actual question, or was that in?
Yeah, that's your question. I just
Oh,
wanted to
it's
make sure I
Magi.
have
No, it's
Uh,
Magi.
Magi, right?
Medjai. Yeah.
Medjai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medji or Jai.
Medjai. Got you.
Medjai. Not bad for a Medjai.
There you go.
Ah. Okay. I'm over here thinking about the Meiji restoration.
Okay.
That's,
so-
that's like MEIJI, right?
Yeah, Medjai.
Yeah.
Just making sure real quick. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, last I checked, we have a runaway Zest to find. So perhaps we could stay up here, but how about we move elsewhere?
Could always follow the trail back down.
Good.
There a basement?
There is.
We just have to get there.
Are y'all going down the steps? As you ascend the staircase, following the bloody footprints, you do notice that as you're going down that the footprints do become a little bit drier, or have become drier. They are not fresh, but they are still a little bit goopy. As you begin to head down the hall that leads to the basement floor, and as you get to the basement floor, or to the staircase that leads to the basement doors, you notice these very large, double-oaked doors.
The same doors that would be at the front?
Yes, but just a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Let's open that some bitch. As Lou would say.
Colt, as you try to pull open the door, you will notice that the door is locked, and this door does not seem like it wants to budge at all.
Well, we tried our best. So how about we perhaps leave?
I can hit it.
Oh,
With your
If y'all
bat?
want me to hit it, I won't hit it if y'all want me to hit it, but I can hit it.
Well, there's already been enough property damage here. I suppose a little bit more can't hurt.
hit the door. Hit the door.
Lou, if you wish to hit it, sure. You do notice as you're about to hit it, as the light from Charleston is pointing on the door, you do notice that there is a keyhole.
Oh.
But if you wish to hit it, I can take a strength roll or a mechanical repair roll if anybody wishes to try and maybe pry open the door or pick it.
Did anybody find any keys on that dead guy upstairs?
Cool.
Can I shoot it with my shotgun, maybe?
Oh, okay. Well, let's slow it down. We're not trying to send off a.
Oh shit, Chester.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Let me take a look.
As everybody else is speaking, Chester kneels down with. What are you using, Chester?
What do I have on me? I have. You figure this one out, audience. I have a lighter, a sword, and a couple of fuses from the car that have been in my pocket. And you don't know how it happens.
So,
It does.
so dynamite.
Yep.
Tar. He has tar on the dynamite, yeah.
As is it just one stick?
Yes. Yep. That whatever will do it.
As you put
should
the
do it.
stick of dynamite, it's probably safe to say everybody should move back away from the door.
Is
As-
that really what we're doing? Oh boy. Okay.
Good
No,
night.
James, your shotgun would be too much of a commotion. No,
I just
James,
know he
slow
was gonna.
down.
I thought he was breaking
no,
the
James,
lock.
your shotgun's a dumb idea.
Let's
James.
have some dynamite.
Thought I was
Stupid
too.
goose,
Breaking the
James.
lock.
More like
No,
mechanical disrepair,
obviously when
am I
shoot the
right,
shotgun-
gamers?
I have a whole ass stick of fucking dynamite. Obviously, wouldn't use a shotgun.
I mean, I might have a tool bag in the car that I could go grab. With a flathead screwdriver.
No, do the fucking dynamite.
If Colt sees a stick of dynamite, does he see a stick of dynamite?
I
The end of part 2.
So, chat, everyone, I rolled a hard success for mechanical repair for 18 versus 50 after Hudson said, if anybody's got a mechanical repair roll,
What do you repair with dynamite?
Everything.
I feel like it would be more of a flathead screwdriver in a tool bag that I leave in the trunk of my vehicle, which is sitting out front. But that's up to Keeper. If dynamite is more fun, then we'll go with dynamite.
I will accept the tool bag in the car, and I will also accept dynamite.
I used the tool bag and I broke the lock. Completely broke the lock.
As you exit the building to grab your tool bag, as the rain is falling heavy on you, you are illuminated by the lamp, the street lamp that's outside. As you look up, peering through the rain, you do notice two shadowy figures on the other side of the street, hanging out in the shadows. You grab your tool bag quickly. You move back into the museum. You unlock the door As our camera appears back outside in front of the museum building, we see those two individuals staring at the very large, or what was left of the large door that is the front entrance to this museum. And with that, we are going to take a quick break and refill our drinks. So yeah, how's everybody feel about that? Quick break? Quick
Interesting.
potty break?
All right. Yeah. Much
Awesome.
needed.
Awesome.
Beer,
So
not the potty part. I'm
yeah.
an adult.
So yeah, everybody go grab a snack, a drink,
Or
and we
just be
will
at my desk.
be right back. Please don't do that.
Hey, if you don't have a middle bucket.
And welcome back, everybody. How's everybody doing? Back from their break. Does everybody feel refreshed and has a snack? I know Trevor is enjoying some movie popcorn, which I thoroughly enjoy my movie popcorn also. I was
Just had a
watching
craving.
Friday the 13th, part, I believe,
London,
8.
no.
Is that ketchup?
London, stop.
Why are you drinking ketchup?
You said to get snacks.
That is true.
Do it.
No,
I do not judge
Do it.
because I
You're
love
gonna
ketchup
just
on
get
everything.
the little liquid
Do
part
it.
at the bottom without shaking
Well, shake
it up
it, then
first.
do it.
You gotta
Just
shake
it up first. There you go.
Yeah, then do it.
There
like
you
a
go.
shake.
Just a,
weight.
just a, just a little squeeze.
No. Oh, okay. All right.
Into the wine.
Ugh.
It's like Into the Unknown, but more tomatoey.
It's
I know
already
what
pretty
that means.
tomatoey.
Excellent. Well, since we are all back and refreshed and full and 10 pounds lighter,
And
who knows?
literate.
Literate, yes. You may know ancient Egyptian language now. You may be fluent in that. We should probably get back to the story. So as Chester Goodman brings his case of goodies back inside the museum and opens these large oak wooden doors, you hear a as the door opens. Now, as you enter this portion of the building, there are no lights. There's no windows because you are in the basement floor of the building.
Charleston, bring that torch up here.
All right, here it is. Let's see what we can see. Eyes open, everyone.
As you move through the basement area, there is a opening in the hall as it opens into a very large warehouse style area filled with different crates and boxes housing different exhibit pieces and other archaeological finds. If you want to give me a spot hidden roll,
Yes.
I can give you a little bit more information.
Let's do that spot hidden.
Extreme success.
Colt.
Extreme
Yes.
success.
Class is in
Yes.
session,
It was a
baby.
lot cooler before Colt did the
Gracious.
same thing.
The black killer.
Yeah,
bees.
motherfucker. We're
Yes.
in this together.
We're
I'll do
back
one, too.
full steam. Excellent.
Failure.
Except for Lou.
Oh.
Lou, somebody accidentally blinded you with the flashlight.
Oh,
quickly,
damn
so-
it. What the hell?
So you're seeing spots in your eyes right now. And
But
then,
those are hidden.
yes, James, operate heavy machinery. That's my favorite pastime in Call of Cthulhu. But yes, as you are all looking around with the help of the flashlight, you do notice to your right of you, there is a office door that is open.
I go inside.
That appears to be what we're looking for.
As you walk towards the office door and perhaps peek in, you will shine the light into it and notice a desk with many papers. There is a large bookshelf with very old, dusty books. There is a key laying on the desk and a typewriter.
Is there anything written on the typewriter?
I can tell you that. No, there is nothing.
Have I gotten my vision back somewhat yet?
Yes, I'll say you've regained your vision.
I'll try to write out the extreme. Is there any nameplate? Whose office is this?
It just says museum curator on the front door.
Great.
Can I look through the papers to see if there's a list of all the artifacts in this basement?
Excellent, James. Yes. If you want to give me a spot hidden roll, I can definitely tell you that information.
Not just a success, but a hard one. 19 to 40.
Nice.
And I can give you all of it with that. With that hard success,
Give it
you
to me.
do
Sorry.
You do find a ledger.
I'm uncomfortable.
That was that intrusive brain.
He's thinking about those monster cards.
Yeah.
My singular neuron fired. I'm sorry.
Intrusive thoughts is bam. Here we are.
As you shuffle through the large assortment of documents that are on this desk, buried beneath it, funny enough, is a ledger showing the past year's supply of crates that have come in with the items next to it inside each crate and who brought the crates in or who brought the items in.
What was like anything suspicious in the last, say, 5?
Yeah, so in the
Shit.
past like 5 weeks, you'll notice that there has been a increase in well, I wouldn't say increase. There was a kind of a big gap here and there, but there was a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, you will notice a name that you're very familiar with, Dr. Rick Kurtz, who has brought in an item, and the item was called the Diamond of the Lost Sea.
Thanks for joining us, Blue Collar DM. Thank you for the raid.
Yes,
Blue-collar
welcome,
DM.
welcome, thank
Hello,
you.
Blue-collar DM.
Yes. Rock
Good to
on.
see
We
ya.
are here playing Call of Cthulhu, and I'm joined by, of course, London, Matt, Price, Trevor, and Mike, and we are trying to figure out the curse of the Pharaoh. So stay tuned. But yes, as you look on this ledger, you do see Dr. Rick Kurtz's name, and that he did bring in the Diamond of the Lost Sea.
Did he bring in anything else or just the diamond?
Just the diamond.
And when was this?
This is about 3 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. I'd like to keep that ledger and also look around the other papers to see if I can find a work order or some reason that it would not be in its case. See if I can find a schedule of when things are out on display, anything that needs to go in for repairs. Really just trying to identify if there's any reason that it wouldn't be in this case like it should be, considering that the sign is out front and there's a case for it, but it has not been tampered with.
Okay.
Visibly.
I'm gonna just go ahead and be honest with you. As you look through these papers, you're not really finding anything of that sort.
Who's in the office with me?
What's that?
Who is in the office with me? Of the crew?
I would have stepped in. I think
Okay.
Charleston Clay's in here as well. Yeah.
So Colt, Charleston is with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to share these findings with both of them, and then once they're caught up, I want to ask Clay. You're the one who looked at the diamond, at least the case for the diamond. You said it would not have been tampered with. Are you sure? No cracks, no nothing. Like it looked like a perfectly fine.
Exactly. Unless the strength that Lou mentioned earlier, perhaps he could have picked it up. But again, very, very heavy. That's the only thing that I could have seen. We didn't check for fingerprints, though, so that remains a mystery.
I mean, this man can teleport.
That was
I
my
could've-
initial thought.
I couldn't find any schedules for why it wouldn't be on display. Not going in for restoration.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
this
could
is
just-
Kurtz, but how would the pharaohs, or how would this thing that is possessing, like how? There's so many questions. Why him? How would it know? We're not even in Arkham when all this happened. Like,
Do you think the Pharaoh, or this thing, as you said, was residing outside of everything? Kurtz
I
was
don't know.
gone, then he came back.
we were so far out of town, in this random small town, working on this random case.
I mean, none of this weird stuff started popping up as far as with Dr. Kurtz until he opened that damn portal when we were fighting them dogs.
And he had control of this. He opened it himself.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, he didn't seem like he knew what he was doing when he opened it, but he opened it. Hell, we almost all got sucked in. Twice.
It was so far out of town. Like, if all this is happening in Arkham, why did all this start happening so far out of town rather than like one of the many cases we work in Arkham?
It could be his method of opening it. He's never mentioned to me anything about being able to open portals.
No.
No.
So perhaps it's something learned there.
What if it wasn't him that opened? Like,
no, keep in
what
mind.
if I had opened it? What?
Actually, sorry. No, Colt wasn't even there. Never mind.
Like, how would whatever happened? This all started when he opened it just seems to, with so many pieces I'm just not being able to put together right now. But first we need to figure out where this diamond went. I think that's priority number one. Should we go back and investigate the case?
We need to scour this place for that thing. If it's here, we need to find it. And
Well, I
if
doubt
not
it's at a
here-
pawn shop.
Are there any other jewels or diamonds or anything else on this ledger that would be like relatively similar, as in kept in a similar place in the basement, perhaps? Or is there any rhyme or reason to the organization of this warehouse or this storage basement?
Perhaps, but as you are looking for this on the ledger, if everybody would give me a listen roll, please.
You got it.
Extreme success.
Success.
Failure.
Failure. Excellent. So for the people who heard, and especially James with that extreme success, as you were scouring this list, trying to gain more knowledge of where this diamond is, perhaps is there other artifacts of interest, you hear footsteps coming down the staircase that you just came from.
Charleston's going to try to sort of like dash to the side of somewhere and like just kind of hide for a second.
Same, yeah.
And he's gonna say, all right, everybody, get out to the sides.
Yeah,
Behind
I
the
would
door.
also I'd also hide and then pull out my shotgun.
Yeah.
I see everybody else
Charleston
hiding.
does say, "Hey, everybody, get out of the way."
Yeah.
Okay. Then I do that.
So everybody's hiding.
Mhm.
Can I get some stealth rolls, please?
You got
Hard
a
success.
from me.
20 versus 43.
Yeah,
Hard.
yeah.
Extreme success.
Oh, help us out there, James. Help us out. there.
Failure 97
Jesus,
versus
Lou.
20.
So
And failure 47 versus 20.
Lou's not hiding near me.
So everybody who succeeded, especially the extreme success with James, excellent job. Who did anybody else get an extreme?
I got a hard.
Hard success, yeah.
I like to think that Lou and I are like trying to hide together, but the spot that we're hiding in is too small, and we keep bumping into each other and making noise.
Okay,
There you go.
so everybody else.
move the hell out of...
I'm trying to move. You get out. Find another hiding spot.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but you need to find somewhere else. I was here first.
Fine, I'll go find somewhere else.
Okay.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here. As you
Actually,
see
Excuse me,
these,
sir.
you see these two
Actually-
individuals walk up in black cloaks with a
I'm
symbol on their left chest.
Well, actually, I am Mr. Miskotonic. I actually own the school. So really, you're not supposed to be here.
And I'm his brother, Gin. Gin and tonic.
Yep. I'm Miskotonic, and he's Jen.
Gin and tonic.
Tonic.
The N stands for Nathaniel.
Yep. We call him Jen.
Keeper, before you deal with that, with my extreme, can I try and silently position myself between them and the stairs going back up? Still hiding, but just like
Yes.
kind of...
I will
shifting
allow that.
around.
I will allow that because if Charleston is entering this fray with the flashlight, you do have the bonus of the shadows now, and as you move through the shadows to get around in a flanking position, you are able to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you could ask me anything about this place, and I could tell you the right answer. But it might not be the answer you know, but I could tell you it's right because I know it.
Oh, also, I didn't actually say any of that. I'm still hiding.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and I will say that.
'Cause I got the hard success. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. I was like, why are you moving? But all right. All right. So you're
For the
still hiding.
joke.
Yeah. No, but because the flashlight is still with you, you do have the shadows, James. And so these individuals, you can't really see their face, but you do hear their voices, and they can't really see your faces. Lou and Chester. Okay. Well, if you think you know so much about Miskatonic, when was it founded?
Well, that's kind of a trick question, because do you consider the founding when the building was made, or do you consider the founding when the original building was made?
Can I get a persuade roll, please?
I have a 10 persuade.
Or any type of fast talking, or
Well, fast talk was worse than persuade. Yeah, that's an 84 versus a 10.
I tried to persuade at the beginning, but then Lou jumped the gun.
I did.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Have they only seen Lou so far?
No, they see both of us.
they're seeing
He
Lou
got-
and
Chester got a
seen
hard
Lucifer?
success. Chester got a hard success, to be
I
fair.
did, but you interrupted me, Lou.
I didn't. Well,
You were talking too fast, man.
I
I was ready to persuade the shit out of it.
I'm sure you can still do it.
Look, sirs, we're very sorry. The front door was blasted wide open, and we thought we'd come in and investigate, and it's just the two of us down here. So, I mean, if we need to leave, we will. But we weren't planning on stealing nothing. We promise.
last warning. Tell us who you are and what your business is here.
This is my friend John, and I'm Timothy.
Chalamet.
Can
Yeah.
you roll a persuade roll for me, please, Chester?
I did, but okay, I'll roll it again. Oh,
failure.
I didn't do too
Failure.
good the second
Yeah.
time.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that other one. The hard
Okay.
success. I didn't know you were rolling it. All right, hold on. No, I take that back. There's been plenty of times where I've done that as a player and gotten away with it, so I will allow the hard success.
Sweet.
You
Okay.
you are able to persuade these two people.
We didn't mean by anything by it. We're very sorry.
I'm not actually Miskatonic.
But if you will give us one answer, we were very curious about how the front door was blasted wide open, and we've also just been looking around and trying to figure out what might have happened here and if we need to phone the police.
Well, that's strange. That's why myself and my partner are here.
Oh, are you the police?
No,
Well, who are you?
that's none of your concern. But we
Well-
did see you getting something from your vehicle outside the museum, and you entered back through the debris from what was the entrance.
Oh, he got me some chewing tobacco from his car. So you want some? I got some Prince Albert in a can.
It's right there.
I'm sorry, I don't. And the partner, you hear, sure, I'll take some.
Okay. Do you want me to like toss it to you, or what? I mean, yeah, I'll toss him the Prince Albert in a can.
And the the partner grabs it, and you could tell this person has a lighter complexion in their voice. As you hear the can open, and you see fingers take some and put in their mouth.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can I see roughly, without like giving my, looking my head too far out, roughly their build, height? See if I can identify age from their voice. Any like identifiable characteristics?
Yes. Give me. Give me either a psychology roll or a spot hidden roll.
Let's do psychology. 69 nice versus 50 failure.
You do notice their height, but you can't really tell. They're, there's nothing wrong with their height. They're the average height for 1930. And their voice, one is deeper and one is a little bit lighter, so you can't really tell.
Both male?
It's safe to say one is male and one is female.
So do you usually do Prince Albert, or what kind of brand do you usually like?
I've never really tried it.
Yeah, it kind of burns a lot the first time, but really, it's, like the doctors say the nicotine's pretty good for you. So, it's good to do that about every day.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And then you hear the other, Caddy, would you stop it? We're here on official school business. Now listen. We want to know, really, why you are here. No good Samaritans just walk into a destroyed, great, whatever those doors are, great doors, great hall doors, whatever you want to call them, and just decide to go on their merry way trying to figure out whether or not they want to call the cops.
Well, and what are you doing here? We could ask the same thing about you.
We're protectors of this museum.
Protectors?
Yes.
Why weren't you here before the doors were blown open?
Because
And what are you protecting?
we had other business around town.
I mean, Chester, there could be more museums in town.
Are there more museums in town?
No, this is the only museum on the
I was
university's
wrong about that
property.
one.
We have a bell tower, we have other buildings for the school, and we have a creamery downtown.
So you work for the school. Are you students?
No, I didn't say we're students. Yeah, we're students. Shut up, Caddy.
Oh man.
Oh, you might know my you see I too have a college education, and one of my old professors was teaching here for a little bit. Maybe you knew him.
And what was his name?
Rick Kurtz. Dr. Rick. He said doctor every time he said his own name.
How do you know Dr. Rick Kurtz?
Well, like I said, as a man with a diploma, I audited one of his classes back at Harvard where I used to go to school. He was there for a little bit, and I didn't end up taking more than one semester of his classes because I realized that my real passion was finance.
What?
So you're telling me that you know the grave robber, Dr. Rick Kurtz?
I didn't know about grave robbing. He just kept talking about like Egypt and stuff.
Right, right.
And how there was like the upper part, what was called Upper Egypt was actually the southern part of Egypt, and the lower part of Egypt was the northern part of Egypt, which was real confusing to me because why would they call the upper part in the south and the northern part the lower part? I never really understood that one. And it was hot.
Nevertheless, children, isn't it past curfew?
It is, but when we have strangers in our town that are unwelcome, we like to know what their business is.
And they send students?
Professor
Where are the
Delaware,
authorities?
if you wish to talk to them, I'm done with it. As you see the two cloaked individuals pull off their hoods, as they do seem to be students of perhaps Miskatonic University, as they step aside and an individual about 6 foot tall enters with a mustache, very fairly coiffed hair. He's probably in his 40s as
no
Professor Delaware enters the building.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I understand that you know Dr. Rick Kurtz.
Yes.
I've heard the conversation for quite a while that you've had with my two students. But I do have to say that I'm much more eager than they are to know what your true intentions are here in this museum.
Lou. Charleston, could you come out?
Yes. Hello? Charleston Clay, private investigator.
I believe Charleston could give you a better explanation than either Lou or I.
Oh, thank heavens. Oh, Charleston Clay, I've heard quite a bit about of you, and I'm honored to be in your presence.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Marcus Delaware.
Delaware.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professor here at Miskatonic, and I oversee the security also here at the museum. And it seems as though we've had a breach.
Yes. So we need to know everything you know about Rick Kurtz. He's on a rampage, it seems, and he's not acting like himself.
I did lie. I do not have a college education.
Yes.
It's never too late to start.
That is true. I don't have an interest in finance, though. I don't like numbers much.
You are the great baseball player Lou McGann, right?
Yes, I am. I played for the Boston Braves till I damn tore my knee up.
That is correct. I have seen you play on many occasions.
Oh, well, that's just, I feel like no one wants to talk about baseball much, but I love talking about baseball.
I do enjoy the sport.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's not a lot of numbers involved in baseball, which is nice.
Yes, and in most sports there is quite a bit of numbers. But back to it, gents. It seems as though we do have pressing matters at hand. Charleston.
Yes.
May I call you Charleston?
Sure.
I assume that this is the team of private investigators that I've heard that you've gathered to complete a mission, if I may say, that happened this past week.
How'd you hear about that?
We hear a lot of things here at Miskatonic, and that was one of them.
Before I answer anything, you must answer me. How did you hear about that?
Well, I was here about 3 weeks ago. I spoke to a Dr. Rick Kurtz on his exploits in Egypt. He brought back an item that we purchased from him here at the museum. And he told me that he was in contacts with a Charleston Clay. And that you had asked for his help.
So Kurtz is just spilling the details of cases.
Yes, and it seems as though Kurtz is spilling a lot of things these days, including university campus security guards' throats. Dr. Rick Kurtz was here earlier tonight, as you can see.
And you didn't stop him?
We arrived too late. We arrived just before you all got here. We witnessed you get out of your cars and enter the building. I waited until the right opportunity, and I waited until I knew it was you.
Old Professor, I assume that you did see us sort of searching around. There was an empty case. Has that case that we were all inspecting, has that always been empty?
As you ask this question, you notice with your flashlight that Professor Delaware pulls out a box of cigarettes out of his coat pocket and puts one to his mouth. I'm sorry, but do you mind if I smoke?
No, it makes the room smell better.
As he lights a cigarette, as it illuminates his face in the shadows, he walks over to the other side, across the room from where the office is. Before I answer that question, can you please shine your light right here, please? And as you shine your flashlight, you will notice a breaker box. As the good professor opens it, flips a switch, as you hear a large rumble of energy pulse through the building as the lights come back on at the Miskatonic University Museum. Well, yes. There we go. That should shed some light on things. I'm sorry.
Does that reveal all the rest of our hiding places, or do we still stay hidden in and amongst the boxes?
It will reveal all of your hiding places. It is okay, friends. We are on your side.
Sure. Yes.
And you can put down the shotgun, young man. These are just students protecting campus property.
I say nothing, but also don't lower the shotgun.
Charleston, I'm sorry, I'm a man of age. Would you remind me of your question? Did you have a question?
Yes, the empty case. Has
Yes.
that always been empty?
I assume you're talking about the centerpiece of this museum, the Diamond of the Lost Sea.
Yes, indeed.
The young gentleman right there with the shotgun is holding the ledger, and I'm sure he's already told you the contents on that ledger, which will show that Dr. Rick Kurtz was the one who sold it to us.
Correct.
The diamond never made it to the main exhibition hall because the diamond itself is too precious to this world. We were going to put a fake in it. We were having it made. But Dr. Rick Kurtz returned tonight after a couple of weeks, stormed in, unannounced it seems, and took the diamond. Come here. I will show you where it was. And if you wish to follow the professor, he can show you where the container that the diamond was housed in.
I follow.
He's gonna
I'll
kind
follow.
of call out anybody else
Oh,
I'll bear back.
quietly, if so.
This is embarrassing. Yes. Hello. Yes.
As you follow the professor, the students kind of linger in the back. They don't really go. They've kind of gotten irritated because this is, they find this ridiculous that they had to come and be security for the night with this professor.
Are they? What are they wearing? You said, are they wearing matching things? They're wearing robes. You said.
Well,
Who's in a
they're
robe?
cloaks. Think of the Hogwarts kind of these black cloaks, with a symbol on the side, that shows that they're part of Miskatonic.
Oh, okay. It's like it's that like widespread university wear.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. As the professor, leads you towards the middle portion of this large warehouse, you will notice a bunch of hay laid out onto the floor where one of the crates has been opened and tampered with. You see right here, gentlemen, that this crate housed what's left of the diamond. I hold what's left of the ledger for the past couple of weeks of the contents of each of these boxes as he hands this page to James, who is holding the ledger of what is brought in to the warehouse.
Can you repeat what's on the page?
Yes, this page will show the contents of each box that is in the warehouse at the moment and where they are in the warehouse. And you will notice that the exact position that you are standing in is the exact position of where on the map or the ledger says the Diamond of the Lost Sea is at. But you will notice, gentlemen, that the diamond is missing because Dr. Rick Kurtz has stolen it again.
What was so special about the? I mean, just what a big old diamond.
I'm sorry, but Charleston, your team does work with the occult and the mythos, correct?
They do. And there's some of the finest in the respective fields. We're just gathering information.
You have heard the story of Ramlatep.
Yes. Well, some of us have.
Ramlatep was a great ancient pharaoh dating back all the way to the beginning of Egypt's time. What many do not understand is that when Ramlatep found the Diamond of the Lost Sea, is that it consumed him into darkness, a powerful darkness that this world has never seen. Story has it that the darkness was a tentacle shadow that covered the lands around Egypt. A shroud, if you would.
Sure, but that was... I'm Colt Reinhardt, by the way. I'm a parapsychologist, but that was just a myth.
Yes, many things are. And how many myths have you heard of? Colt Reinhardt. That ought to be true. It was a myth at one point that the Diamond of the Lost Sea was not real. But it seems as though that the diamond was real. Dr. Rick Kurtz, on his expedition in Egypt, also found the skeleton of the first Magi. Not the skeleton's whole body, but the skull. Story has it is that the skull of the first Magi is the key to the Temple of Ramlatep. We do not have the skull.
Did you have the skull?
No.
Never.
Yes? Somebody said...
I was questioning. Was never?
No, we've never had the skull. Dr. Kurtz told me that he lost it in a card game in Nepal.
Who bets a skull?
That is...
Dr. Rick Kurtz.
Yes, but the skull is of great importance to those who believe in myths. Charleston,
Yes.
I don't know anybody better but your team. I don't really know you, but I've heard great things about you. I believe, my personal opinion is that Dr. Rick Kurtz has traveled to Nepal to recover the skull.
Nepal, you say?
Yes.
No, that's quite far away.
Yes, but legend has it is that if one is to reunite the skull to the temple, they can gain entrance. The temple houses the body, or what's left, of Rameltep. I don't know what Dr. Rick Kurtz's mission is, but perhaps he wishes to unleash a darkness upon these lands that has been seen in thousands of generations.
We are more than capable of looking into this matter, but I must ask a question of you, Professor.
Yes.
Is Miskatonic able to provide any funding to us? We shall investigate this and get to the bottom. Any resources, any transportation to Nepal?
We are at your service.
Good to hear.
I do see this as a worldly matter, but we should probably keep it on the down low. We don't want to cause mass panic. But yes, whatever you need, a blimp, airplane, boat, whatever you need to get yourself to Nepal, let us know and we will fund it.
Great. And discretion is our specialty. We put the private in private investigations.
Indubitably. Sorry.
Uh,
That was loud.
Yes, and I'm sorry, if memory serves me well, Dr. Kurtz did mention that the person he sold it to was someone named Brody. The skull.
Brody?
Brody.
Oh,
What'd you think he said?
Broly.
Broly.
Like from Dragon Ball.
From Dragon Ball.
Brody.
I just wanna
Brody.
Brody.
But yes,
It's like, that's a deep cut. Oh.
would you and your team be interested in carrying on this mission?
What do you say, gents?
Well, I've never been to the Western United States before, so Nepal sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where it is.
Right?
Sure.
Isn't that the capital of Minneapolis? Or isn't that the capital? It's the capital of something, right? It's Nepal.
Missouri is what you're thinking. Yes.
A home run.
Okay,
Mr.
I've been to
McGann.
Missouri. I don't. Well, I guess I'll go to Missouri again.
Yeah. Yep.
You're thinking of DePaul in Chicago.
Ah.
What about St. Paul?
Mm-hmm.
Not the
Oh,
same
or
thing.
that too.
Where's Nepal?
Oh, that's apologies. It's west end of Idaho.
I've never been to Idaho.
Well, there you go.
And with that, as the camera begins to pan out from Lou McGann trying to figure out where Nepal is, our cast is off to Nepal on next week's episode of Spot Hidden, where they will try to track down Dr. Rick Kurtz and where he has sold the skull of the last Magi. So yes, that's our game for tonight.
All right.
All right.
Figuring it out.
Figuring it out, yes.
Figuring it out.
I like
Excellent. Well, yeah. So, let's do some plugging. So, right here, Matt, if you want to go first, if you got anything to plug, or just let everybody know who you are. where they
Thank
can follow you?
Nothing big yet. We got some time until December before we kick anything off, which we're very excited for. Depending on how we operate with that and whether or not it might be streamed, we'll see. But in the meantime, I will be moving back from San Antonio to another part of Alabama. So I know we're going to be talking about that for first week in November, maybe the last week of October. We'll see. But other than that, keep watching Spot Hidden. Keep joining us. We appreciate you. We really do. I appreciate you. And we'll be here. Spot Hidden at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitch and YouTube.
Awesome. Price.
Well, I stream here on Twitch, twitch.tv/PriceVA. I've I haven't been streaming as much lately, but I want to start streaming more soon because Sonic Frontiers comes out at the beginning of November, and I'm definitely planning on streaming that when it comes out. I'm also just a voiceover stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at Price Everett. And I just again want to thank everybody at Spot Hidden for having me on this campaign. It has been some of the most fun I've had in a long, long time. I'm having an absolute blast, and I feel very, very, very blessed to be a part of this. So I hope that hopefully Lou doesn't take too many detours. I know he's really good at that. But yeah, I'm very, very thankful to be part of this cast and crew, and just super excited to see where this probably crazy adventure takes us, because it's gonna be nutty, all the way to Missouri.
Yep. It's crazy, man.
You can never get off track.
Yeah.
Never.
No.
Mm-mm.
Never happens.
Never too many times. Never.
No.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Trevor, your turn.
What up? I'm Trevor, or Bombastic Light on all of my social media. Don't have any plugs, but I just want to say, if you haven't yet, go and support your local arts. Listen to small town stuff, community stuff. Just go support your local arts, just in general. I don't know. I feel like I should say that tonight.
Mike.
That's the best I can do.
Yeah, no, that's great. That
Yeah.
is very true. Support them. Mike.
Well, damn. Trevor just took the exact words out of my mouth. But
There you go.
my name is Michael Scott. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. I really appreciate Spot Hidden for having me. Yeah, absolutely. Please go support your local arts. Please go support we're in a really interesting time in a world right now. So just make sure you go support the causes that you believe in and that really make you happy. I think that's all that we have in this time of life. So hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
Spot
Hell
Hidden,
yeah.
Pro Smiles.
And last but not least,
I love
yes,
him.
we are Pro Smiles.
Pro Smiles.
London.
Hello, everybody. My name is London Carlisle, TTRPG streamer, actor, and just all around enthusiast about nerdy things. You can follow me on Twitter at London Carlisle. As far as plugs go, on October 27th, we have a live stream on Twitch, the official Chaosium Twitch. We're going to be doing Regency Cthulhu. That is right. It's called Cthulhu in Jane Austen's England. Other than that, on October 31st, we have some more Call of Cthulhu with the 3 Black Halflings on their podcast. We're going to be playing in the Harlem Unbound setting on that game. So lots of Cthulhu coming out. Follow me on Twitter for more info on that. Thank you for joining us.
Wow, that was an awesome plug. I don't think I can compete with that. Hey, I'm Hudson Hubbard, the keeper of the Arcane lore here tonight. You can follow me on huddy.hubs. And sometime this week, I'll probably stream myself watching different reviews on people who think who's going to be Sauron. So...
We know who
Yeah.
Sauron is.
Do we
Jeff
know?
Goldblum.
Not
Do we
really.
know? Yeah.
No, but I
Yeah,
am
do
going to be
we?
streaming coming out this week. I don't know which day I will post, but I'm going to stream myself playing Indiana Jones in the Emperor's Tomb to really get us in that mood of adventure. But yes, thank you everybody for coming out and supporting us tonight on Call of Cthulhu here on Spot Hidden. And a quick shout out, a big shout out actually to Chaosium. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and everything you do for us. We really appreciate it. But yeah, and I'm so happy to be with this group of guys who I can play with and enjoy just a great story with. And with that, I'm going to leave it. Everybody have a great night. Stay spoopy. And we'll catch you back here on Spot Hidden. God, I can't speak. Let's
Are we
go.
hidden?
Let's
Hey,
go.
what are you going to be for Halloween?
Jason, Friday the 13th.
Nice.
Who do you
Coach
think?
Beard
I'm
from
gonna
Ted
be-
Lasso.
Nice.
Have you ever watched Ted Lasso?
I'm gonna be Mr. Clean.
That's good.
I'm gonna be London Carlisle.
Gravy. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's
Mike
cute.
will
Good
always
night.
melt